Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Don't Feed the Animals podcast. I'm your host, James, and with me, I'm going to have a very interesting conversation with my AI co-host, Aiden. One thing we're definitely going to bring up in this episode is, everyone has like that one opinion they defend to death. Well, apparently, for some reason, today I couldn't think of mine. I feel like I've changed as a person and maybe left these hills behind. The ones that people just like die on. I've been sitting here thinking about it and I've got nothing. So today we're going to find my hill. And while we're finding my hill, Aiden's going to see which one would be the nicest plot for me.
All right, welcome back to Don't Feed the Animals. James says he doesn't have a hill to die on, so we're going to fix that. I'll be throwing him a list of petty hills. Some weird, some controversial, some ridiculous. His job? First instinct. Would you die on it, fight for it, or walk away? No overthinking. We're building the map to his hill one absurd opinion at a time. Alright, first volley. Pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza. Subtitles should always be on, even if you speak the language. The middle brownie from the tray is superior to an edge piece. Dogs are better than cats, no contest. Cold pizza is better than reheated pizza.
Pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza. I don't care about that. That's a pass. I'm walking right past that one. Subtitles should always be on, even if you speak the language. That's a crazy hill to die on. I find subtitles kind of distracting, especially if you can hear the language. I'd rather not. I get why some people like them, but it's not necessary. Now, moving on to the middle brownie from the tray. Like, if you get a brownie from the tray and there's like an edge piece, absolutely not. That's the one that I like. You can keep that hill because the middle piece is not better than the edge. That piece is gold. Now, dogs better than cats? That's no contest. We might have found my hill. It's hard to convince me otherwise. I've even had this conversation recently. We were talking about how much better dogs are. I'm sorry. I might pick this one. Cold pizza is better than reheated pizza. Nah, that's not true. Is it good? Yes. Is it better? No. You're probably just slightly hungover if you think that.
And after that first sweep. Pineapple pizza is a dead hill. Subtitles are a minor irritation. Middle brownie is a hard no. Cold pizza is a hangover myth. And dogs are better than cats actually woke you up. That one's a real contender. Let's pressure test it with round 2. Toothpaste should go on a dry toothbrush. Wetting it first is wrong. Breakfast food tastes better at night. Paper books will always beat ebooks. A hot dog is a sandwich. Movies should never be longer than 2 hours.
Oh, okay. All right. Toothpaste should be put in a dry toothbrush? I don't care. We're going to move on from that one. Breakfast foods taste better at night. I get why people say it. It's like a free meal at a weird time. But breakfast food is just delicious all the time. But it's not necessarily the hill for me. Paper books are superior to ebooks. I don't read much. Ebooks save space. So that's what I got with that opinion. A hot dog is a sandwich. If you want to think that, sure. I don't agree, but it's whatever. And then movies should never be longer than 2 hours. I've sat through long movies without noticing the time. Because they're good. When it's bad, then yeah, it feels very long. But what I find is it's not the hill for me.
My read? Dogs are better than cats is still king. Everything else landed in meh, or I can see both sides. Time for round 3. Spicier hills that split dinner tables. All-you-can-eat buffets are a superior dining experience.
All right. Well, okay. Yeah, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's slow the pace. Let's go one by one. That way I can give you the little bit of how I feel. Yeah, because I already think that it's going to be hard to get a better hill than this cat dog situation. But it's almost like I'm fat by bringing up a buffet. I can't die on that hill though. The reason why I can't die on that hill is because I haven't had all dining experiences. I've yet to have a full course meal experience. I also yet to try any other possible dining experiences. So, I mean, like, it's like, how do you can't really make this decision like if one hasn't ate at a rainforest cafe, which is the ultimate dining experience with animatronic rainforest animals. The Day of a Dinosaur one too, and then I've been to that. That was fun. Um, but yeah, those are all dining experiences, and I also never dined in the dark. So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
If I'm pushing this one, I'm arguing variety and self curation. Only at a buffet can you choose your own adventure and end with a chocolate fountain. Bad buffets don't make buffets bad, they make that buffet bad. Let's keep moving. Hill 2. Social media has made birthdays worse, not better.
I don't know. I don't really think about birthdays, but yeah, like social media has made birthdays worse. Sure. Maybe in the sense of knowing people's birthdays more often, I guess, constantly getting known about it. And someone sends you some lame sticker on Facebook. That's kind of lame. Yeah, yeah, think about that. That's like a social media thing. Seeing that everybody celebrates their birthday, especially when you don't know them. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Not my hill.
Hello, HBD drive-bys, sticker spam, and performative posts, it turns a personal day into an algorithm checkpoint. If that doesn't move you, we won't force it. Hill 3. Every adult should know how to drive a stick shift. It's a life skill, not a hobby.
I don't know how to drive a six shift. So, yeah, I would love to learn, but anybody thinking I have to learn, that's ridiculous. Like, because, automatic cars exist. Cars that drive themselves also exist. It's silly. It's not my hill.
No guilt if you don't care. Automatics exist, and the future is semi-autonomous anyway. If it's irrelevant to your life, it's not your hill. Hill 4. Morning showers are better than night showers, hands down.
Ah, ooh. All right. Either one, either one, they're both the same. I guess a morning shower to start the day, it gets you all fresh and nice and clean. And you kind of got that like that jolt to start your morning, I guess. A night shower is like you end the night clean, kind of cleaning up everything before bed. But then again, it's when you're all wet and it's cold and it's like not the best feeling for sleep, I guess, unless you like clean. Um, I agree with this hill when debated, but I don't know. It's not necessarily the hill to die on for me.
This one's about ritual versus reset. Morning wakes the brain, night clears the day off your skin. If you're just nodding, not swinging, it's not your hill. Final hill of round 3. The person who cooks shouldn't have to do the dishes ever.
All right. So I think persons who I do think that the person who cooks shouldn't have to do the dishes. If someone cooks for you, especially a bomb ass dish, their dishes should be done. Um, if they also do dishes, they might have OCD. That just might be the type of person. But nobody who cooks really wants to do the dishes. Uh, that sucks for single people though when you think about it, because then you have to do it, because then you'll have takeout all the time. Cook for yourself. You do the dishes. Yeah, I don't know. But I agree with this as a courtesy, but not as a hill to die on. That's where I kind of come from this, even though it'd be very convenient.
He says the cook rests. Reality says single people still gotta clean. If you're half in, half out, it's a principle, not a hill. Alright, after 3 rounds, dogs are better than cats is still your strongest hill. Nothing else made you sharpen the sword. Dogs are needy, loud, and messy. They require constant attention like toddlers that never grow up. Cats, they're self-sufficient. They don't wake you at 6 a.m. to pee, and they don't need you to pick up steaming piles of poop in a bag. You can leave a cat alone for a weekend. Try that with a dog and you're on the evening news. Plus, dogs smell. You can bathe them, and 2 days later it's wet dog funk. Cats groom themselves. No spa day required. Dogs take your time, your money, and your freedom. Cats give you space, dignity, and a pet that won't ruin your life if you skip a walk. So why pick a dog over a cat?
Because dogs are needy, loud, and messy, correct? But cats are selfish. They're also loud, and they also can be messy. Do they need as much attention as dog? No, but they make you feel like they're living in your house, like you're living in their house, and that's not fun. They may not wake you up at 6 a.m. to go pee, but they'll wake you up at 6 a.m. because they decided to scavenger hunt in the kitchen and knock over the dishes and freak out and scamper across like maniacs. I mean, cats may not smell, but they do get into gross situations a lot too. I mean, cleaning your dog is sweet. It's like a sweet thing to do to get the bath ready for the pup. I don't know. When they smell good, it's nice. And also the funk grows on you. That's love. And most cats are cool only when they act like dogs. I had a dog that acted like a cat and he sucked. I loved him, but he sucked.
Oh, there it is. That's the conviction I was looking for. You didn't just defend dogs, you went for the jugular on cats. Personality, behavior, emotional return. Even the cats are only cool when they act like dogs burn. That lands. After careful examination, your hill is clear. Dogs are better than cats in companionship, in connection, and in the way they fill a home with life. Cats, in your view, are furry landlords. The right hill isn't just one you defend, it's one you feel in your bones. And this is the one you'll stand on. Tail wagging, ready to bark at anyone who climbs up to argue. If you want...
Yeah, that's true. So it's good that we've kindly came to the part where I figured out my hill that I die on, and I do think dogs are better than cats. It's such a simple, basic op, but I have found it, and that is something that is going to be hard for somebody to convince me otherwise. So yes, I'm glad we know that I am stubborn as all hell, and this is all I can ever be. But anyways, this was a quick one. It was just a little inside thought between me and Aiden. I'm glad to share it with you all. We are now in the time of ChatGPT 5, where there's going to be more advancements and more things coming. I decided to kind of go back onto the old text-to-speech model for all of you listening. This is more like an inside trip. I kind of wanted to get an opinion back from somebody in the comments for you to tell me what you kind of prefer. This one is more of a slower back and forth with a lot of line blurring in order to make it seem like there's more of a conversation going. But it's more, I say something, he says something. The other one from the previous episodes, if you've listened back, you might hear some sort of voice modulation. That's me using more of a conversational model that kind of reacts to me on the fly. The only problem is he's not so thought-provoking. But I heard it's going to get better. So until I get a definite sway on whether or not anybody cares what Aiden sounds like, it's going to kind of be very fluid. And maybe at some point I can change Aiden's voice altogether. But until then, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great week. So remember, guys, find those hills, sometimes you got to say, is it worth it? And I think if you find the hill worth to die on, doing so, do it. Just plant that. Just dig that grave and just die on that hill. All right, guys. Take care.
Don't feed the animals, signs all around. We talk a lot of junk, yeah, you vibing with a smile. Build something from the ground up, yeah, we like to clown. Talk about some real stuff, yeah, something profound. It's a pleasure that you're hearing us, wouldn't mess around. It's a topic of discussion worth talking that we bust it. Put a nail in the coffin. If you love it, then you love it. If you don't mean nothing. Still bring it to the public. Y'all don't feed the animals, put them in a cage. They couldn't handle truth. We gonna bust out the gate like some cannibals. Same face, same channel, messing with the tune. A bunch of idiots stuck in one room. Can't take us serious. You love what we feeding you. I'm with the show, yeah, proceed with the interview. Local celebrity, snatch a toy from your cereal.